Are we live yet?
Word.
Are we live yet?
Did someone hit the live button? Or are we live?
Steve, are we live yet?
Are we live yet?
You hit the button.
It shows us live.
Well, because I saw a whole bunch of smoke come out, and I figured that had to be it.
I guess we're live. Welcome to what show? Oh, this is Ham Nuggets, right? Yeah, Ham Nuggets, the show about what we don't know anything about radio, so we're going to spend an entire hour trying to Google it and figure it out. And we want to thank you guys for joining us tonight. And I think we have a topic. Jim, did you look up LORA? I don't know who she is, but I heard we're supposed to talk about LORA tonight.
That's his old girlfriend.
Told the mailman, return to sender. Buddy here lives by that name.
And I guess she has a node, so that might be a medical condition.
I had a node.
To talk about that,
but I traded it for a Diet Dr. Pepper.
Oh. Don't they have penicillin for that?
I didn't really trade it. I kind of spilt it on the node. So I went outside for a Newport. So whatever.
So listen, guys. So listen, y'all. Because you guys had problems last week with LORA, I figured I better have some backup here. So we're gonna talk about polyphasers tonight, and then
we're gonna talk about LORA's nodes.
Right.
You got some tiger tails for that thing?
Well, and then my old lady was at the dinner table last night. We're eating our that Easter ham, and I started making toroids, and the kids thought we were going to be hunting toroids in the backyard. I said, no, we're going to be doing eggs because there's money in them eggs. Because hell, I had to sell a whole bunch of extra Carhartt antennas last week. So, and then the check came in, and so
been on no Millers again, hadn't you?
No. The kids come first here in Oklahoma. The kids come first, especially for Easter. Damn kids ain't going to be hunting no toroids. I need my toroids.
Oklahoma, I thought it was Nebraska. Did you move, Ape?
We had to because of the snowstorms. In the wintertime, I move, and then I go back.
So you migrate. You're a migratory ape.
You had to move with the PO.
Yes. Well, this is why we keep the trailer on cinder blocks, and then I got the tires on the side, and I just go. And then Bobby Joe from the mobile gas station down the road comes up with the wrecker, and then we
Oh no, you done it wrong, man. You got to get that U-Haul. You got a big box U-Haul.
You got to move
$19, boy. Move wherever you want to move.
No, the old lady, she don't like that color orange. That's why she got that job at that Home Depot, and she didn't like that color orange. She didn't like that apron. So. But
you kind of orange yourself.
Yeah.
How's she feel about you?
I don't know, man. But hey, listen, I got this new multimeter. I got this brand new multimeter, and look at this. Watch this.
Hey,
watch this.
Can you use a multimeter on LORA's nodes? Is that how we're supposed to calibrate that thing?
Yeah, Lauren, Karen, Jenny, and Renee. Yeah, all them. So what I like about this, listen to this. Can you hear that thing click? So
it's ASMR.
Right. So now know when you're going through your testings and you want to make sure you have the right voltage, because you got to test them
nodes,
the nodes and the bow.
You got to make sure the LORA's nodes are calibrated correctly, or you won't get anything out of her.
If you don't get her calibrated, man, she is just not going to work at all to your pleasure. But I like that click because it just clicks in right. I was talking to Chuck because Chuck tried calling me on.
That was a long conversation, wasn't
it? Well, he was calling me on 6 meters, and I wasn't answering him.
You can count to 6 meters?
Yeah, I got a license for that.
Shoot.
I got a license.
Oh, that's right. You are an extra. I forget.
What do you think? I hang out on channel 19 all day long?
Well, I mean, I've heard you talk in public before.
Well,
that flat Earth stuff.
Well,
you've been listening to channel 19 too much.
Listen, when that promoter wants to give you a roast beef sandwich as a complimentary to get on and talk, heck yeah.
Can I interest you in a coffee and ham radio? tumbler. You get yourself a Pota Buddy, and while you're setting up your Cartina, whatever we call it in Greek terms, you sip on your tumbler coffee and ham radio while you set your antenna up.
Does it come with stickers, Joe?
Yeah, but they're only going to be my stickers.
Okay.
I fill it to the brim with FEP Lab stickers.
You know,
Okay.
I do see a good. Can you hold that? Can you hold up that cup again? I think I see a good sticker. Go around.
Says I see FEP Labs. They said,
No.
oh, he's that.
No.
Oh,
Well, if I move it around,
No,
I'll
right
trick
there.
the camera.
Listen. One of my best friends, Smoke Signals RF, Don Izzo. That guy is incredible, man. I give that guy a lot of credit, man.
It's real now. You hear that?
I think I hear something.
It's round, unlike the Earth.
No, well, listen. You know what I'm saying? Listen. Next week, there is not going to be no solar eclipse. This is all about tourism after the COVID, to get tourism and RVing and
tourism
and buying sunglasses. We need to stimulate the economy.
Speaking of tourism, do you like my new drapes that I had installed?
Your drapes?
Normally I have that. Normally I have that boring background with those lights and stuff, but I decided to spruce it up for the show tonight. So
did your old lady?
You got a slide out, man.
Yeah.
See,
that's what happens when you stop off at Vern Six's place. You automatically get upgraded.
Got that big boy truck and had to upgrade that camper.
Renee and your old wife got together and you said, we got to fix this thing because my man don't know what he's doing. Yeah.
He's like, you got to slide it out.
Yeah. It's all about sliding out and sliding in.
Yep.
So when we going to talk,
Chris, that is a personal question. And I think that's too personal for this show.
You got linoleum, right?
You might have that. Might get that answered on Tuesday nights at 7:00 over at that other clubhouse show. They talk about that ugly stuff all the time, and then radio. They don't talk about
those guys.
radio.
Those guys on Tuesday night. I was watching that 3rd year anniversary. I can't believe
they've been on the air for 3 years.
3 years. How come YouTube didn't pull them off after 3 months? Or guess what?
People still watch it.
Let me tell you something.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Let me tell you something. When Molson left, I thought the show was going to tank. I really did, because Molson was the star of that show.
Yeah, that's what I hear.
Molson kept that show going, man. Those boys.
Did Molson know anything about LORA?
Oh, I'm not going there.
I don't know why you keep bringing her up.
Yeah. It's like acne. It's like acne. It just starts popping up when you least expect it.
Well, I just noticed that we're supposed to talk about more LORA tonight. So I don't know if what happened last week. I kind of drank since then, so I'm not sure if what happened to LORA last night that we got to have more LORA.
Yeah, I've dyed my hair there.
I see that you finally trimmed your beard, Jim. It's about damn time. You don't look all scraggly like you just fell out of the turnip truck.
Makes me a little younger and a little more handsome, don't
I? Little more dignified.
Yeah.
I
look like I'm from Mississippi.
It's amazing. I went down to the local bait shop the other day on Saturday because I wanted to go fishing.
They have bait shops in Oklahoma?
They have bait shops. I told them I want your best worms and your best craw. Is it the crawdaddies or what do you call? I'm sorry, night crawlers. And they're hanging up above the ice machine was a Columbia fishing shirt. It looked like it was a little used, but I told the man, I said, listen, dang, man, I'll give you $8 for that shirt.
Did it have Velcro on it where you can hold your rod while you're baiting your hook?
It had it all, and then it had the flap in the back for that perspiration, so you get that nice air conditioning feel. The man told me it was original. It was an original that his granddaddy only wore it a few times. So,
I just noticed that if since Jim, since you were talking about the Tumblr down below, if it's at coffeeandhamradios.com.
Yeah.
Get you one of those.
I'm trying to reset these 3 freaking hot spots and D-Star and.
He's gonna start getting bad now. Watch this. He's gonna start
digital crap.
Well, we're live, so don't swear, Jim. We don't want to lose the monetization.
Jesse says that your monitor is not working. Odd.
I got.
What does that have to do with LORA, though?
About? I don't know.
Oh, okay.
I don't know what everyone's talking about.
See the hotspot, the monitor back there on the wall. It's usually play it. Yeah, I'm resetting that spot too.
Oh goodness.
You got that fancy network.
You should have got in here earlier, or if you had a LORA node, you could get some long range Wi-Fi, and you wouldn't lose that.
Is that thing called mesh? Man. Isn't that called mesh? Isn't that called like meshing or mashing?
I'm just lucky my neighbor hadn't turned the Wi-Fi off yet. Holy crap! Oh, I looked up and I seen done.
That SS. What's the SSID for that? Is it lawnmower? I mean,
I can't.
It's
I can't.
Newport.
I'm none.
Newport, come on now.
Newport, and the password must be square.
Hey, Jim. Randall wanted to see the scope that you were working with last week. Do you still have that in there, or did you send it back?
Gosh dang. Yeah. Hang on a minute.
Okay. See, he's never prepared. This guy, I swear. He's been on this show for how long, and he knows he's supposed to bring things when he comes to work?
That's because he went to Costco and he bought the 96 pack of Dr. Pepper.
Is he high on that Diet Dr. Pepper?
Well, that's what happens when you get he's my goodness, he is gonna
How about, can you see it? Can y'all, it don't really show up, does it?
Dang.
Hang on. Dang. All right, this is the new model.
Gonna make me drop my Miller
man,
Lite.
I got a deal. I got a deal on this thing.
Did you get that in Huntsville?
Yeah. Got right down there in Huntsville.
Do you put that in the back of the pickup truck so when there's snow it gives you some extra weight?
I put it in the passenger seat and always buckle up. Always keeps it from tipping over.
Randall says it looks like that's a stolen traffic light. Is that a scope? Is that
it's all go, baby. All go. Big old green light. It ain't got no red or yellow on it. It's all go.
That's the only traffic light in his county.
You could calibrate 3 LORAs with that thing.
Yeah.
Jeez.
Yeah.
That beats the hell out of my VNO. Yeah. Or Vano. What do we call that thing?
You know, if you get
you're trying to say VNA.
VNA, that's it.
I think Ape's got the formula and stuff to make this thing say LORA and electromagnetic squigglies or something. Well,
few weeks ago, they got this dongle SDR that you plug into it, and you could pick up every frequency from DC to daylight. You
plug it into LORA?
Yeah, you plug it into LORA.
I probably have to solder that in. This one don't have no USB ports.
Oh
no.
I had to finagle the price a little bit. I was like, they ain't got no USB, man. I just buy these things. I ain't got a clue how to work them, really.
I hope
it's a good thing we have this show tonight because we
turn
can
them
probably
on.
Get the manual, and we could by the end of this thing, we'll have that thing ironed out.
I turn them on, and I tell everybody their radios are dirty, and make a video out of it.
Next Monday's show, we're going to go start with page 1 of the manual. Chuck is going to read it word for word for us.
We might be asleep by the time he gets to the end of it.
I don't know if the manual's online for that one, but I got my headphones on.
Did that come out of a submarine?
Did it come out of what?
A submarine.
Submarine.
Yeah.
No, a
it
submarine
looks like
wasn't.
It's big enough to fit in a submarine.
They put one in the submarine one time, but it never came back up. It was too heavy.
Must have been on one of those CompuServe servers, taking all that space up.
Sorry.
Are we done yet?
I don't know.
I gotta have a pee break, man.
I thought, well, that's because you're drinking all them Dr. Peppers.
I figured you needed a smoke break by now. We're only 14 minutes in.
Well, I was going to do that. I wasn't just going to mention it, though, but while I was out there.
I was hoping someone was going to give us one of those, what do you call that money? That that when they give
the
money
super
here,
chat, the
super chat, and I want to know who. I wanted to know if that lady was going to stand up and clap because she always has her pocketbook. Honey, leave that pocketbook alone. You don't need to have that pocketbook around your waist.
You can't leave that thing laying around.
But this is not the.
Like wearing it like a fanny pack.
Really? What is up with that? It's like she's got to go run into the bathroom and go fix her makeup? No, she's in the auditorium, honey. This is fine. It's fine. I don't know.
Are we getting started or what? Who's going to bring up Laura?
So, has anyone Googled it yet?
I have no idea.
I forgot about her 20 years ago.
Well, according to this LORA thing that I found, it's a low-powered, long-range. Is this amateur radio stuff?
Oh my God!
No.
Listen. This is Monday night where we talk about stuff. On Tuesday nights, that other show at 7 p.m. Central Time, they don't talk.
Jim, thanks for bringing that script up so that we
if
can.
If it hooks up to the internet
done.
and they got to push the talk button, it ain't radio, man. If you can't put a tiger tail on it, what are you even doing?
Right. Last time I stepped on a tiger tail.
Hey, look at that! Look at hold on. Ham Radio Wilderness Frank with a $5 super chat.
Thank you so much. Like
can someone hit a button? We got to thank.
Are you tired of those boring old foam coffee cups? Well, introducing the all-new black stainless steel tumbler from Coffee and Ham Radios. Crafted for coffee lovers and ham radio enthusiasts alike. With its tip-proof design, you'll never...
Sorry, it got caught in the loop. It got caught in the loop. I've restarted it.
Okay, good.
Yeah. I heard the kids on one of those quads in the backyard, and I said, "Dang, if he hit that telephone pole."
Make my ears bleed. Jeez. You tell them guys to lower the volume on that.
Really?
Why do you think they smile every time?
They smile.
I'm sorry. Why do you think we smile every time?
Tickled my ear hole.
It's like going to a proctologist, for crying out loud. Yeah.
Only you don't say thank you after that.
Yeah. Makes you shiver. Makes you shiver a little bit.
No.
Ugh.
Evan with the $10 super chat says,
"What the hell did I just
click on?"
Evan. See, Evan Barczyk doesn't understand. Evan Barczyk doesn't understand. For the last few years, he's been getting duped. This is real. This is real right here. So, it was just time for us to come out.
Yeah. Jim, you're getting angry over there. You okay, buddy? Mm-hmm. I just saw a bunch of red in the face.
It's the LEDs on the Raspberry Pis.
Oh.
I'm telling you, there's a bunch. When you got that many, they get bright.
Is that the one you used to bridge your System Fusion and your DMR for the Toads Talk group? Is that
it's all for the people, man. It's all.
And this is how it's done. It's through all these polyphasers, and you plug everything in. So every polyphaser has a port that's labeled. One for DMR and one for the D Star and one for let's see what we got, Fusion, that C4 FM, some of that cannot forget. That C4 cannot forget the FT8. You forget the FT8, those boys will go crazy. Don't worry, we got FT8 on here.
Hey, so Shooter Ready Standby wants to know how to get one of those poison ivy antennas.
Oh, he got called.
Is that
poison
also? Then also
it's on the website.
coffeeandhamradios.com if you want to get one of your poison ivy antennas.
Yeah. Absolutely.
Yeah.
I mean, like we run a ticker at the bottom of the screen.
Jim, don't be getting mad now. He's going to start getting mad now. I'm telling you, man. He's like a Dr. Pepper that
I don't get mad.
You know what happens? You know what happens? He's like
Of course
the Dr.
not. You're from
Pepper.
Alabama. Nobody
No,
gets mad in Alabama.
He's like the Dr. Pepper that you bring home. It falls out of the bag, rolls down the driveway, but nobody tells everybody. It goes into the refrigerator.
You know why I drink Diet Dr. Pepper?
And someone's about to open it up. It
makes you feel
all
good.
sticky.
It's got a white label. Makes me think of that white barbecue sauce.
Oh.
You're only going to find it in Alabama.
Mm-hmm. Can't find it anywhere else. She's absolutely right.
Look at that, Don, in 40-month subscriber there. This stream needs more ape-splaining.
Smart man.
The hell was that?
Some of that.
I heard a horn in one ear and somebody smiling and clapping.
Yeah.
No hands. No hands. Wasn't me. It's never my fault. Okay? I didn't do it.
UTV and Ham, member for 9 months. Cheers, brother. Thanks for joining us on this wild and crazy stream where we're talking about
smart
LORA.
man to be here on Monday.
Wow.
That's long enough.
Yeah. Brian with the $4.99 super chat for Apes, Porter, and IPA Fund.
That ain't gonna happen. That ain't gonna happen.
You don't want a pissy pants IPA?
No.
Oh, okay.
Miller
Pissy
Light and
pants
Backwood
IPA.
and Backwood cigars is all a man needs. Let me tell you something. A white tank top T-shirt, a Miller Light, and some Backwoods, and a good scratch,
And an end-fed half wave.
and then that's right. Add that into the tackle box. That's all you need.
James, member for 24 months, says fool's April joke. Is today April? I think this is probably the most amount of money we've made in the first 20 minutes of a show since we've been on the air.
I didn't even know we could get super chats on this show.
Buy yourself another pie.
Well, we're not going to talk about financials and my responsibilities, but
Ham told her.
I thought you were just shipping tumblers. I thought Chuck handled everything else.
that's all I get to do now after messed up that little all-in-one cable thing. But
we don't dance here, son. We don't.
Forgot one little part.
Sons of bitches.
Couldn't have said it better.
Couldn't have said it better.
Mm.
So we don't dance on this show.
No,
they do that on Thursday nights. This is a dignified ham nuggets show.
He needs some milk.
I was out of character for a minute.
Laura's node's got all the milk you need.
Before you know it, I'm gonna wave my toroid in the air and wave around like it just don't care. I mean, that's
You're killing me, Smalls.
I agree. Killing me. Stabbing me. Andy says, do we have any pink tumblers yet? Do we have any pink tumblers yet? Do we order pink or do they all come in black?
Nobody requested no pink.
You could go to coffeeandhamradios.com and see if it's in.
You are fake news.
We don't know.
oh, that is not true.
Nothing's been more the truth than the start of this show. Ham court.
They're coming. They're coming for us.
Are they coming for us? Did somebody leave the door open?
honey, darling, where's my backpack? We gotta get the hell out of here.
You okay, Jim?
Yeah, I'm all right. I'm always okay.
It's heard this ear screeching thing in my ear.
It looked like you need
I can't hear those tones anymore. Too much fire service back in the day.
Too many sirens back in the day.
Yes.
I hate it when that happens.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I got to tell you some firefighter stories. Boy, I can't tell you on YouTube, though.
Oh, hold on. That's an actual emergency. Hold on.
Hello, IT. Have you tried turning it off and on again?
Right. You turn the tornado off and back on. Maybe it'll go away. I tell you, Steve's really got to pay attention to the weather. He's, in that mobile home there.
Do you think Steve really knows how to stick his head between his ass and kiss it goodbye, or does he need to pull out the manual for that?
I can't. I had the wrong answer for YouTube. I can't say. Got to say, son, more son.
Look at that.
He's
He's got that. And Steve went out tonight. He went down to Walmart, got himself a brand new baseball cap, had the embroidery done on it. Look at that.
He decided his patch wasn't big enough.
Yeah.
Makes it easier to point to.
Okay, the trailer's not going to blow away for another 45 minutes.
Oh, good. It'll change its mind before it gets there.
Yeah, hopefully.
Be ashamed because you got all those brand new curtains and sliders.
I'd hate to see them. Yeah. You'd have to put me on that other show on Sunday nights where they bitch about their motorhome not working.
That AI needs a little more tuning.
Need to tell them they need to tune off not on the main frequency. We don't need to hear all that noise.
Yeah, you're on my frequency. Quit tuning up.
Steve, does that kitchen table fold down to be a bed?
That's a bed, yeah.
Wow, look at that.
You can put two midgets on it.
So I can stack
It's a
Kyle.
half table.
So I can stack Kyle in there horizontally or maybe vertically.
If it's
and we
not
still
Scottish,
have
it's
room.
crap.
That's right. If it's not Scottish, and this is a Scotsman.
Mm-hmm.
It's not crap.
You know what they say. Don't look under the kilt. You'd be surprised what you're going to see winking at you.
Uh-oh. Uh-oh.
You must be in trouble.
Part of that restart, reboot. It's a process. You just got to go with it. Oh,
What
I
happened?
think that stopped.
Last time
I
I
was about to
danced
unbutton my Columbia, man.
last time I danced was
Just
at
don't
my
go chasing
wedding.
critters.
Well, last time I danced, I was at my wedding and I was wearing the overalls, and she's like, you got to at least have the straps on both ends clipped in on the front for at least for the first dance. I'm like, but
I think my Starlink's cutting out. I can't see the chat. So if you are saying something, I can't see it. So I apologize.
Gonna have to reboot too.
Yeah. I may have to go move the satellite dish. Dang.
Which way you going to point it?
Opposite of where it's at now.
Perfect.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's what we do. That's what we do when we don't know what time it is. I set up a beer can and I put a straw in it. And depending
You
on how
drink
the sun
out
goes,
of a beer? You drink beer out of a straw?
well, the kids do. I don't want them to cut their lip on, but
Sean says there's some golf ball size hail west of us earlier, and that we should probably slide the slide in back in and hunker down the trailer. Make sure our underpinnings pulled down tight. Oh shit, we're caught.
Oh shit, busted.
I mean, crap.
What is going on here?
Hi.
Listen, you said
soda.
you said we are welcome at any time.
Anytime.
The key is under the mat. Did you not say that?
That's just something that you say when you're being polite and you're trying not to tell people that they smell bad.
I mean, that's like the Midwest goodbye. The keys under the mat. Hit the road.
I know it's never Jim's fault, but Jim did leave the door unlocked. Okay.
Listen,
It's never
you know
Jim's
how
fault,
many
that's
times
true.
you know how many times I've heard that. You know
That
how many
is true,
times I've
actually.
heard that at the dang funerals. He was a nice guy, and he was the worst son of a bitch there was. Everyone was like, "God, we're glad he's gone."
Apparently, we're interrupting a great. They're interrupting a great show. So
This was going to be a great show.
it was. It was.
Couldn't wait till it started.
Yeah.
Good to see you guys.
Are we live? Are we live yet? I think we're live.
No, the question is, are we still live?
Well, I thought it started at 7.
That's what I thought. But
It
I guess
ain't going to start for another week.
It's like I'm sitting here playing cards with my brother's kids or something. You nerve-wracking sons of bitches.
I'm all embarrassed now.
Oh, April Fools!
April Fools, everybody.
T.O. and Jim got y'all good.
I blame this train wreck on Don Izzo.
Yeah,
How you figure?
I can agree with that.
Yeah, I blame this all on Donna's.
So I guess they
You
put me at top
coordinated this
dead
attack.
center. They want me to do a giveaway or something. I don't know. I did have giveaways in the thumbnail. Are we still doing giveaways?
Do you have giveaways to give? I don't have any.
I got giveaways. I got giveaways.
I returned my
giveaways
giveaway
for
to-
days.
I returned my giveaway to Amazon.
What is a reticus?
Because it wasn't
This
Scottish.
is a shortwave radio, shortwave listening radio, and I did a video on it a week or so ago, and it actually is a pretty cool little thing. Look at that.
Is it supposed to be retivus or is reticus?
Reticus.
Reticus. Oh, reticus. Gotcha.
Reticus. So, if you guys can figure out what the magic word is, we'll get this thing out. I'm just kidding. I'll put it on this. I'll put it on the screen. It does have a manual for shortwave listening. That's what they call that.
Or this radio
Oh,
nonsense.
you already did it. I just set one up. Okay.
I thought SWLIN Gen was that new streaming service for TV, like
oh, that's
YouTube.
Sling, not swilling. Not
Sling.
swilling.
Swilling is the name.
All right. I'm not paying attention here. See.
So actually, I am on Starlink tonight, and it's actually doing pretty good because I have a clear view of the sky that I haven't had in forever.
And 50 more satellites that they put up over the last couple days.
They're going crazy. They've been doing a lot of upgrades this year, yeah. So you guys did a good job. I was squarely impressed. Jim and I are sitting in the background just laughing.
You got low standards, don't you?
It's very low.
That's what I've always liked about you, Tio.
Low expectations.
I almost snorted Dr. Pepper for real.
Let me tell you something. You know, son, when you are the #1 rated quality show on Monday night, it's hard. This was hard. This was hard, man.
I forgot to beat that one.
we had to raise our standard.
Oh God!
And that was hard, man.
I like how Shane went all out on the costume.
He did.
I had to represent correctly.
I'm gonna have to be Shane tomorrow night. I'll have to represent Shane. I'm gonna have to go get like some gorilla suit for my chest, get my shirt off.
Go down to the carpet store. Tell them you want the 1970s black
I want the shag. Yeah, I want the
shag.
Do it one time, Shane. You never let it down. Live it down.
All right,
that's what happens when you drink mezcal in Mexico and decide to hit go live. That is never a good combination.
I'm gonna hop out of here. I'm gonna go have a cigar. I'm gonna sign it from the 10. I want to appreciate you guys for being the brothers who you are.
Yeah, thank you guys. This was fun.
This was fun. I know payback is a bitch, and when it happens and we least expect it, it is what it is. But
were you married to her
brothers.
too?
We love you.
Yep.
Mrs. Payback.
Was her name Laura with two nodes?
Her name was Laura. And you run for the hills. All right, guys. 7-3, y'all.
All right, y'all have a good night. Everybody, thanks for playing along. We appreciate it. See
I'm
you
gonna go
later.
inside and watch the show.
I'm gonna go watch this. I'm gonna go watch the storm blow in as the.
I'm gonna have to give them a super chat.
Oh, Joe Brett.
I gotta
stay safe, Shane.
I gotta get this darn oscilloscope back up.
Who did you steal that from?
Don't blow out your O-ring, Joe.
That's one of those. Hey, I got this really cool thing. Here you go. Don't sell it because I'm giving it to you only because I know you'll keep it. And it was cool at first, and then I got done playing with it. Now it takes up a lot of room.
Yes, they do.
Just sit it down at the clubhouse.
Yeah,
with your name on it. They'll never throw it away either.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's I had to scramble to get my repeater back that I loaned them to before they threw it out.
We got 64 entries. I'm hitting the button. Boom. Let's see who this is. Who's it going to be?
I was only staying to see if it was me. Andy. That's cool.
Andy, I will just drive down the street and hand it to you.
I was going to say, you're up by Andy pretty close, aren't you?
Yeah, I mean, close is relative.
See,
apparently Joe Brett's Irish.
Yeah, apparently. Who knew?
Congratulations, Andy.
You did say we were going to do giveaways like 2 weeks ago, and we got
I forgot.
We got enmeshed, and
we did.
Yeah.
All right. So that takes care of the Reticus radio. I
Or do you
am
say
in Iowa, and
Raticus?
Andy is in Iowa. So, but I think we're still a couple of hours away from each other. Who knows?
Ape would
But
Ape would have called that Raticus.
Raticus, Andy, you are welcome to boil some corn in the crock pot in the truck on the drive over here if you'd like. I'd like to thank my mom, wife, and children.
Okay.
All right.
Wow.
All right. So I got a couple of other things that we can give away as well.
Okay. Throw them up there.
So this one I'll let
What?
you do the honors
Let me do.
while I
Let me
talk it up.
do it.
This is
My
the
dog.
Baofeng GMRS. This is the upgraded new model of the radio. I'm going to open it up, take it out of the box for y'all.
Is that the
so you can see
G11, GS11,
this is
something like that?
this is the UV5G Plus. And so it's got a fancy color screen. Welcome. Look at that.
That is a
That
beautiful
ain't your
screen.
daddy's Baofeng.
Look at that. That's quasi-professional.
Yeah, and it's programmed to a ham frequency because I was playing with it. And this one is the unlocked one. And then the other one in the box, it's a 2-pack. The other one in the box is not unlocked. It is still locked. So this one will ham and GMRS, and this one will GMRS only. These are supposed to be GMRS radios. And if you can figure out the magic code, the 3-finger salute that gets these things to work, then
Right.
More power to you. Because I don't know what it is. I tried the usual, and it ain't the usual. But yeah. Bang or die. I thought that said Fen Gordy.
I know. After I typed that, I thought they'll figure it out.
Yeah,
Ben
they're
Gordy.
smart people.
Ben Gordy.
Yep. I mean, if nothing else, they are good receivers, and you can play around with them, or you can give them away to somebody else if you win them, like we did
Right.
with the one that Jim gave to Taco Man in the chat.
Yep. I don't have anything to give away in my giveaway stack. It's empty
That's
at
all
the
right.
moment.
I got one more after this.
I could give out some advice. Buy low, sell high.
Exactly.
Invest in silver and gold.
Exactly.
And Freedom
Value
Seed
of the metal never
dispensers.
changes.
Right, especially Freedom Seed dispenser metal.
Right. I can barely see that, Jim. How many do we got? 55? Don't eat yellow snow.
Me and big in that. We're up to 56.
56. There we go. Jim has really good glasses. His prescription for reading is amazing.
Yeah, except that also increased the size of my StreamYard window now, which is giant. It'll be all right.
If I win it, it will go to the Utes of Steve Goodgame. Awesome, James. That's a good idea.
Good plan.
They can figure out the 3-finger salute because they can't make it any worse than it already is.
Right. Fengordy. That sounds like some kind of Irish folk song.
Or a
Old
new
Fengordy.
incantation out of Harry Potter land.
Oh, Fengordier. Say it like in fake Latin.
Haha. Jim will get the radio back like a bad case of the herpes. How do you know Jim doesn't already have a bad case of the herpes?
It's possible. It said damn LORA.
Oh, right. Oh, hurdy-gurdies. Hurdy-gurdies are awesome. It's like the weirdest musical instrument ever.
I was thinking a hockey player, Ken. And Ken Gordy scores.
All right, one more entry. We'll have the same as the last one. Just
Or a
one more
British
person.
soccer player. Ken Gordy for the goal.
Goal!
Come on, people. Come on.
One more.
Come on.
One more. One more.
142 y'all stayed through all that drama.
Nonsense. I might actually have enough talent to play a hurdy-gurdy. Isn't a hurdy-gurdy basically a mechanical violin? It is like a violin and a keyboard and an accordion and a tractor all rolled into one. I don't get it. There we go. Hit that button, Jim. Draw it up. How do you
Round
live
and
in the
round
South
she
and still
goes.
hockey?
Where she stops, nobody knows. I was going to say, if he
Matt
won
Wolf.
again, we're going to disqualify him.
Matt, I'm gonna need some way to get in touch with you. You can reach out to me on the Discord, or you can leave your call sign if you're good on QRZ. Congratulations, Matt.
Matt,
Congrats,
way
Matt.
to go. All right, we got any more?
We got one more, but I'm watching the chat like a hawk right now, so I don't miss anything.
All right. I'm gonna downsize my screen from old people level.
So you can see again?
Yeah.
KB9HUO.
On the Z, he says.
All
Very
right.
good. Congratulations, Matt.
That will go out the door. And you'll get it in the box that all of the LORA WAM stuff came in. Oh, wait, nope, sorry. You'll get it in the Balfang box. I just tossed away the next giveaway, so I got to grab that one back. Good thing this is a small trailer. Oh, okay, this one's already packed in bubble wrap. I got to unpack it to show y'all what you might be winning here. This one is a Radiodity, and it's another analog two-way radio, and this one is in Army Green. Look at that. That's the GC5, the Radiodity GC5. Is this one? Oh, look at that. Welcome. Channel mode. That's what that one looks like. Nope, seriously. There we go. See, that's what that one looks like.
I think I had one of
Radiodity
those. I gave it away.
GC5.
I think.
Yeah. So this radio was really interesting. When I tested it, I think it was clean on high power but dirty on low power.
Yes.
This one is a ham radio, and it's in the same family as the UV17, UV19, OD green, and it'll work with your AIOC cable, so you can do all kinds of stuff. And you guys, you'll even get some dog hair from my dog when I mail this out.
You normally have to pay extra for that sort of thing, so that's awesome.
Now she's an AKC registered dog, so that's actually going to be worth something. I am an Osceola.
I was going to say, Andy's trying to geolocate you now. He wants his toys.
Well, send me a message on Meshtastic. We'll probably have it up and running by the end of the show.
I want y'all to know that Andy's son, and I don't know if he's the oldest one, only one, shortest one, or the tallest one. I'm going to guess he's the tallest son. No Call Tyler should have a call now, because we tested No Call Tyler last week.
Well, I mean, you know the results, so he passed.
I was not on Tyler's test, but
okay.
I believe he passed. I'm almost 100% sure.
Awesome.
Andy, what's the sitch on Tyler? Is he one of us now, or is he still you still want to get him moved out of the house and get a job?
Super slow today, ridiculously so. He passed.
Yeah, that's right. Woo, free bird. And Joe Brett, you need to work on your Jim impression, because I would have at least done this once and hollered free bird. Just saying.
Yeah, no, she does not have more fur than a Samoyed. She is a border collie. And yes, Micah, spelling counts.
We are up to 71. We ready to do the deed?
Do it. Do it up. Put that back in the box.
Quetico?
Quetico? I don't know. Quetico ham.
Quetico?
Oh, and he built his own antenna too. Nice. And he's No Call Tyler, who is no longer No Call Tyler.
Don said there was there's been FCC issues. Yeah, I don't know whoever does their database work, but sketch.
Quetico, I'm going to need some contact info. You can message me on the Discord, but let me know here so I stop looking at the chat trying to figure it out. Or you can tell me in the chat, hi. Jim just disappeared. I don't know what happened to Jim. I guess he'll be back here in a second. But I'm looking for Quetico Ham to tell me some way to get this radio into his hands. Green screen cut the hands out. It did. Yes, my dog is a border collie, Ken. Jim's back. I was worried for a second. Where'd you go,
the back
Jim?
button on the mouse is a great thing, except maybe I should change it to a different button other than where my thumb rests. I got a little excited. Yeah.
All right.
I thumbed
He's going to send me a message on the Discord. Awesome.
Good deal. Let's see. There was dog comments. I don't know.
Right.
Oh, and he wrapped the Poseidon toroid.
He did.
Very good.
Joe Bread came in and banished you.
Yeah. All right.
Chris, I don't know. I'm kind of sorry to hear that. I don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing. Samoyeds are cool dogs. My neighbor had some Samoyeds when I was growing up in Maryland, and I am headed back to Wisconsin. So we're going
Are you waiting
to
until it thaws in Wisconsin?
Well, yeah, we were headed north, and then the weather got kind of bad, so we're, I don't know, 5 or 6 hours away from our destination in Wisconsin. And you know, who knows? So the question is, we have 45 minutes or so left. You want to do a Q&A? You want to try and play some LORA? What do you want to do? Because I am set up to make a mess. Well, I guess we can do a little bit of both. That'll help while away the time. Let me see if I can connect into this box.
Whichever. Either one.
Let me get
See if you guys got some good questions.
Terminal set up. And let me share the screen out.
I ain't seen no questions yet.
All right. Oh, that's wide. I don't want it wide. There we go. Can I make it even less?
James is asking, are you restocking the New Glarus cooler? That's some sort of code, I think.
Yes, New Glarus is the local Wisconsin only beer. I'm going to get Spotted Cow. I'm going to get Two Women. I'm going to get all the good, what is it, Moon Man?
It's halibut. Halliburton? I don't know. Bay of Fundy?
Halibut is a fish. Oh, what's the capital of Nova Scotia? Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know. Bay of Fundy. Jeff is asking about news on the Moxon. The news is someday, right before the pink tumblers come out, it may happen. Brian Hendricks is a total brother and gifted 5 memberships.
Awesome, Brian.
To the channel.
Brian upgraded to General and has been having all kinds of fun. He's like, I didn't even know my G90 did all these bands. Because he was a good boy and didn't get out of the tech range.
Oh, Lordy. My YouTube chat, for some reason, was way behind, and it's catching up now. So I don't know who got them yet. There we go. Chris Bricker, Tracy Kennedy, Ham Till It Hurts, Dale Melton, and UTV and Ham.
Ken's already a member.
No, Ken's already a member. It scrolls fast. Dale Melton. There it is, Cooley. And KH6QM. Christopher.
Congratulations, Stellars. So if you guys go to the community tab on my page, now that you are new members, you will get access to the members only meeting that is happening Wednesday night. So be sure to go to the community tab on my YouTube channel and you'll be able to see what the access codes are for that since y'all are now members. All right. And Jim, where we left off last week was that we had logged in and we had gotten the extra boards installed in the board manager.
Yeah. Chris is a new member. Chris, thank you.
Thank you, Chris. Same thing to you. Community
96 tabs again here.
See you later, Ken.
Let's see. And Ken said he gifted a membership too. And if you did, Ken, thank you. I didn't see it.
That was back when the boys were on the show, and you know how that was.
Yeah, Ken, thank you. Appreciate it.
Blue Boy saying, what's the best POTA antenna out of your antenna kits? That is a question for which radio you have. Let us know which radio you have, and we'll give you an answer that will help you out with that. Because we have two that'll work without a tuner, and we have two that work with a tuner.
The downside, if you can call it a downside, is that you have to have a tuner. The upside to one of them for sure is that it is the easiest thing to deploy ever.
Yes.
And, you know, so what's your mission? How much time do you want to spend deploying versus how much time you want to spend playing radio kind of thing?
Exactly. And while we're waiting on that answer, Doc Brad sent in a Happy Fool's Day super chat. Thank you very much, Doc. I appreciate it.
And we're more distinguished than the Clubhouse boys. Doc, thank you for recognizing talent and awesomeness. We appreciate it.
Real.
Let's see. A trapped antenna kit, a trapped dipolar end fed for 301712 would be good for contest weekends.
We have the linked dipole kit. We don't have a trapped dipole kit yet.
So and I don't know that that's on our radar. Of course, our R&D is classified level G14.
But you could get the linked dipole kit and turn it into a trapped dipole. Into a trap,
absolutely. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Let's see, Izzo. If you had to pick one QRP, 10 watts or less, money no option, which radio would you choose? Elecrow, probably. Maybe a 705. I say Elecrow because they don't have an Elecrow.
I would like that KH1 for sure.
Yeah.
They are.
But then see the 705 calls me if money is no option and I wanted a QRP radio. And to be clear, I don't. But it's a cool radio. It's a beautiful screen.
It is a cool radio.
It's got 2 meters and 440 in it. It does D-Star. You know how we love D-Star on this show. I'm just saying. So, you know. Don, thank you. Don's thanking you for your April Fool's video, Steve.
The POTA hunter, the POTA serial killer. Yes.
The POTA serial killer.
Never POTA again. The only complaint I have about the 705, and it's not a complaint that's hard to overcome, is it doesn't have a tuner. That's one of the things that makes me go to my X6100 more often. Is the fact that the X6100 has the tuner built in.
But the X6100 doesn't have 2 meters and 440 or digital
It does
voice.
not. It does not. So I have both.
Yeah.
But it's an accumulation thing. You know, you get one a year for the rest of your life.
Right. I love the 705. It looks like a great radio. It's beautiful. I covet it, but I don't have one because I don't want a 20-watt radio without a tuner and a HT battery built in it. So
yeah, I see 703 has a tuner. Oh, I didn't know that.
I bought the 10 meter. DX Engineering actually has those masts in stock. They have a 10, 12, and the 2 taller ones, and some of those were not in stock when I ordered mine. The 10 meter pole, which is the standard DX Commander Classic, is like $71, and the 12 meter pole is like $84. And I was going to buy a 12 meter pole, but they were out of stock on those, and I had I have a bad case if I want it now. So I ordered the 10 meter, which is fine because that's still taller than the Poseidon will go. So, let's see.
Chris is saying the FX4CR. The FX4CR wasn't in the criteria. It's a 20-watt radio, and the criteria was 10 watts.
Doesn't that rule out 705? I thought it was 20, or is it 10 on battery?
It's 10. It's 10 on battery, and it's 5. It's 5 on battery and 10 on external power, whatever your external power happens to be.
I was thinking it was 20. Okay.
Yeah. So I have the software brought up, and I have the module board, which is what we we got sidetracked and then we got back on track, and then that's why it took so long last time. So I'm going to plug it into the USB port on the device, which I think that did something weird, but it's plugged in now, and now we need to do some programming or something.
Yeah, man. Here we go. So we configured the TTN related content, right?
We did, but I think this is the wrong instructions.
Oh, come on. Oh, come on.
I think this is the instructions for the gateway module, and we were corrected last week that we needed to do the other module, the red board instead. And they're not wrong. We did.
Okay.
So that, is it written on there? If not,
So we don't want the basic gateway module?
Not yet.
You want the...
we need to program something to talk to it.
You want this one, the node board?
Thing. The node board, yeah.
Okay, let's see if we can find... This is the one that we hook the sensors to?
It is, yep.
Yeah, okay.
Right, Don? Bring back the other three guys. They're smarter.
Okay, did we get the firmware switch done? This is the right one.
All we did was add the boards to the board manager on the
on an Arduino.
IDE.
Okay.
Yeah. So that's the part. That's where now you're getting caught up.
Yeah.
Yep, we did that.
We did that. Yep. You got this done.
Yes, this is the RP2040, but there was another board. Scott's asking, is this a Pi 5? We're using a Pi 4 tonight, but there's no reason why this wouldn't work with a Pi 5.
Okay, well, that's where we are then. Tools, board manager, to enter the board's manager interface, and we want to find the RP2040. Select Raspberry Pi Pico RP2040.
So we did that one 2 weeks ago, and then last week we did the other chip that's on this thing, the ESP32.
The ESP, okay.
Which
yep, that's part of it. Mm-hmm. Let's see. Okay, for the first use, you need to set up and select the correct board, tools board, blah, blah, blah.
So Blue Boy got back. He says he's got the Yaesu FTDX10. Fastest to set up or deploy with that would be our new Poseidon. And that antenna is designed to be tuned from 40 through 6 with the internal tuner on your FTDX10. And it's also a pretty easy build.
Yep. It is not recommended that you use it on 80 and probably 60 either. It's not designed for that, and we've discovered that it will heat up.
That may have been a primate issue.
No, I reproduced it last night. You must not have kept up in the chat.
No, you guys were just talking like a bunch of old hens.
I didn't slag mine like Knucklehead did, but I found out that if you run 100 watts on 80 meters, you can push it up to 190 degrees centigrade.
Oh.
Yeah, which is well past the Curry temperature, which interestingly enough, it was still making contacts, but it only took about 20 minutes to get that bad boy up to almost 200 C, and that is stupid hot.
Yeah, now, that means a lot of your signal's not making it to your DX.
Right. And when I ran my test yesterday afternoon, I ran 10, 12, and 15, I think. 10, 12, and 20 at 100 watts off the flex, and it stayed around 60 to 62 degrees centigrade, which is well below, about 100 degrees below the Curry temperature. Not a problem. 2.5 hours of banging the transmit button and just keeping at it. I sat here literally, no Newport. I actually smoked Marlboro, but Ape likes to say Newport like he's from Baltimore.
Well, he is from Baltimore.
Yeah, right. Go figure. And I just kept at it for a couple, 2.5 hours, and never got the thing hotter than 62 degrees. So We recommend you run 50 watts digital and 100 watts single sideband. However, let your conscience be your guide, but I will tell you, for the love of all that's holy, don't run 100 watts on 80 meters. So.
All right.
All right. Where are we?
We're looking for the ESP32 board install, which should be the next thing, or unless you're on the wrong page.
No, I think this is the right one. You've got it connected to the computer via Type-C USB cable.
Yeah, but we spent all of last week's show, I hope not in vain, setting up the ESP32.
This doesn't even talk about ESP32. Nope, that is the wrong page. And you said it wasn't the gateway module.
No, not yet.
Well, I don't know which one, dude. This is the 08 node board wiki right here. And that's the board you have.
The RA08H.
Yeah. Okay, let's try. So we go here. That's not very helpful.
Yeah, it's saying, yeah, I guess you're on the right page. I don't know why we did all the ESP32 stuff, though.
I don't know, because this looks like that's the board. Is that your pin out on the backside?
Let me go back to where you are.
I'm almost positive it is. Because that's the board that has all the different node the different sensor
that's
connections.
The board. It's just a different color.
Yeah, okay. All right.
So solar, battery, USB-C type stuff. Okay.
Yeah. I know we talked about this. Download the
burn sample code to convert the RPI-RP2 USB virtual U disk into a COM port.
and update the RA80 module. That is hard to say. The raw module through the Tremo programmer software. What the heck is that?
Sure.
All right. I feel we must have missed a step in here.
Yeah, this feels kind of weird.
Yeah, we got the Arduino tool.
Tools.
Preferences.
Board. Raspberry Pi.
Is this the correct, you installed go to your boards manager. Does it show that Earl Philhauer Arduino Pico release in there?
Let me see. Go to the boards manager. Where was that? Tools. References. I'm trying to guess where that was. Yeah, this isn't it.
That is not it.
Doc Brad, thanks.
Oh, Lordy.
There it is. I found it. Boards manager.
So do you have that RP2040?
That's what I'm looking for now.
Okay.
It's just running slow for some reason.
Doc, thank you for the super chat. We appreciate it.
Yes, I got it on my screen now.
Okay.
And it says Earl
Philhauer.
Phil Howard the third, version 2.60 is installed. So that's the right one.
Okay.
So we're on to the next step after that, which was tools, and then select the board, which I did.
Tools, boards manager, board Arduino Uno, board manager. Then you want the RPI 2040 board.
Yep.
Select RPI Pico RP2040 and install the dev environment.
You went back. Keep going down. We're past that.
Okay.
There we go. Now you're caught up.
Okay. So you've done this.
Yeah, I'm right at that step now.
You're at this step or you're at this step?
I'm at the step on the screen right now. Number 2 is where we need to go next. Connect the LORA RA08H dev board to the Type-C USB cable. And we're supposed to get a virtual disk when we do that, which did not happen, I don't think.
Yeah, these look like Windows instructions too.
I mean, Raspberry Pi would have mounted it anyway.
Right.
But it did not. I'm gonna do the command prompt and see if we can see it. Let me share on my screen instead. So LSUSB will tell me that it's plugged in. It doesn't say that it's plugged in. LS block doesn't say that it is a block device. Let me unplug it. And then plug it back in. I might not have enough power to do this.
That would make sense. That's probably why.
Well, it's interesting that it's like smart enough to shut down the USB hub when there's not enough power. So let me get some power. Really? All right. Let me shut that one down.
Captain, he's giving her all she's got. Scotty, I need more power.
Oh, you biscuit.
I can do a better Scotty impression than I can a Kirk.
There.
I am doing the lean, though.
All right, so what I did was I took off the Raspberry Pi that was connected to my TV behind me, and I stole its power supply, and we'll hope it has enough power.
I'm surprised the lights didn't go out in Steve's trailer. He disconnected a Pi.
Right? The world is going to come to an end.
Captain, there'd be whales down here.
This one here is 3.5 amps.
That ought to do it, dude. That thing only requires 10 watts, right? On a 4?
Which thing? It's a Pi 4.
Yeah, on a 4. I think it requires maybe 2.5. I think it's still just 2. Hey, Hamstick, what's up, buddy?
The electrical outlet that's hiding. There it is. Got it. That didn't need to stay there.
He said he's here in time for my amp giveaway. Son, you high. April Fools, not giving an amp away.
All right. Nope, all the giveaways already happened, Eric. You missed them all, every single one.
Jeff said now Mrs. T.O. can't watch the Hallmark Channel. Is there anybody streaming after us tonight?
I have no idea. It would either be
I'm kind of
Kyle.
throwing it out to the chat.
Oh, yeah.
One of our trusty supporters. One of the throng. Frank, Google that for us.
All right, I do not have a power warning this time. Present, share, Winder, that Winder. Share it.
Okay, Dave, what are you talking about? I haven't looked at MTC. Are they going to be selling their own brand of amps or something different? Dave said MTC is going to be selling some brand of amps. Now, Frank said he doesn't see anybody streaming after us tonight, but I'm here to tell you that soon I'm at a yellow flag. I'm just saying.
Yeah, we got about 20 minutes left.
Yeah.
All right, let's go back into programming because that didn't change anything. I gave it more power. I don't have the power warning, but
okay.
I also don't
but
have
you still
a solution.
Don't have the drive.
No, because the instructions on the website don't look like they're helping any. MTC will be the North American distributor of expert amps. Nice. Tools, board, Raspberry Pi, Pico.
Nice.
Okay. Flash size 2 megabytes, no file system. So it says it has no file system. 133 megahertz, small OS standard. So it's got a bunch of stuff that's on there.
Well, I think if you're getting that screen, it sees the board.
Right.
I would think. I don't remember. It's been a while since I played with Picos because I had to go through a bunch of this to get the Pico to show up in the Arduino interface.
Okay, so back to your screen. What's the next step now? Because that RPi-RP2 thing didn't work.
Here you need to burn a sample code in the opened Arduino environment to convert the RPI USB-U disk into a COM port. The sample code path is showed in the figure below. So examples, basics, blink. And I don't know why they want you to run blink, but we're going to do that.
File, open. I don't even know where that would be.
File, examples, basics, blink.
Okay.
Let me flip you back up there. Examples, basics, blink.
Okay, there's blink.
All right. There should be an arrow to push that to the board. Let me make sure we're not skipping a step. There's your code.
Push the arrow. It's compiling.
Yep. Click the download icon at the bottom of the menu bar to burn the code to the LORA development board. After the code is burned successfully, COMXX on the Pico will be displayed in Tools port. You can now program the LORA RA08H. That is harder to say than Frank's call sign. Not you, yes. Frank. Other Frank.
KG5HJ. The only way I can say it is the way he does it.
Yeah, it's probably why he says it that way.
The sketch is not that big that it would take that long to compile. This is kind of crazy.
Well, I think it's doing some kind of weird firmware stuff here.
Well, you can see the progress indicator on the bottom.
Yeah.
Serial port not selected. Well, of course not. There wasn't a serial port to select. I think there's like some button you have to push or something. Yeah, yes. Jesse, we selected the board, but we didn't select the COM port. You are correct, because it did not tell us to do that. This is what we get for following directions. Port is grayed out. It is not choosable.
Boards Manager by Earl Philhauer. And you had this, the Raspberry Pi RP2040 boards, right?
Click the icon at the bottom of the menu bar.
Yeah. And you've connected that to a Type-C USB cable, right?
Yep.
To the computer?
Yep, it's all plugged in.
The sample code is shown in the path below. Code after opening as follows. Click the download icon at the bottom of the menu bar. Well, that's the blue down arrow. It's what you did, right?
Yeah. Well, there's no down arrow. Well, let me be a little more precise about that. This first button here is verify. The second one is upload, not download. Then there's new, which would give me a blank sketch.
Right, a blank sketch.
And then there's open, and then there's save. And that save is to save it to my local hard disk, not to write it to the device.
So the arrow, the sideways arrow is the right one.
Yeah. And that's orange on black, which isn't going to work. And it's going to say serial port not selected, which is true, because there isn't a serial port selected. So, but it did not recognize it when it was plugged in. So I'm going to try something else. That's not the one.
Do you have any COM ports available on that when you plug that in?
I'm going to plug it into my laptop here. Yes, I would like to allow it to connect.
Hey, Tectonics Bill. We are in a holding pattern with a right turn at the VOR because we're trying to figure out, we have a 7600 issue.
Yeah, so I plugged it into the Macintosh and it didn't do anything any different. I'm going to try a different cable and plug it back into the Pi and see if that does anything different. It lights up, it's getting power. But somebody in the chat asked if it was a power only cable or if it was a power and data cable.
Yeah.
Oh, there we go. So, yep. We have a winner.
Yep.
So why was it able to, maybe it didn't do anything. Maybe it was just lip service. Tools, port.
Yeah.
This is not what the instructions said, by the way.
No, it's not.
I agree with you. The cable was wrong. Don't get me wrong. However, it's not what the instructions said. All right, let's try uploading again. This is why we nuggets. We can figure this stuff out together.
Oh, Bob's your uncle. Bob's your uncle.
It's doing the thing.
That's excellent.
Converting to UF2.
Look at
flashing.
Why not?
Media Steve RPi RP2. Wrote data. Done uploading. Okay, so it's done the thing, and it is in fact blinking. See the blue light blinking?
Yep. We have blinkies.
Okay, we have. All right, we're successful. Good night, everybody.
Yeah. Well, you got 13 minutes left.
Yeah.
Bob. Hi, I'm Bob, not your uncle. That's right.
Okay. So we have made some progress. What's next, Jim?
Oh, you want to push your luck. Okay. Here we go.
This is what we do.
The sample program. So which dinguses do you have for the board?
I have a whole bunch of stuff. So
the first one is switch light
sensor. This was a let me change the display here. This is the one that has the light sensor on it. You can see it up here. I'm pointing to it with my finger.
Okay.
So you have a chip, and then right next to it you have the light sensor, and then you have the white cable connector, and then we have the soil moisture sensor, then we have the humidity sensor. Remember, this was the whole grow light project thing.
Do you have the OLED display?
No, I do not.
Wow.
Yeah, those are all the sensors that we got.
Ultrasonic sensor?
Nope. We have the humidity sensor, the light and dark sensor, and the soil capacitance sensor.
So far, I don't have any sample code for any of those.
Well, that's awesome. Maybe we need to go look at the humidity sensor page and check it out there.
Yeah, I don't. LORA RA08 board code.
So, I mean, we've proven that the Raspberry Pi Pico chip on the node sensor is working because it blinks the light. We loaded the blink code and it blinks. It does the thing.
Let me look and see what this file is. Okay, so here's a zip file with the code for the OLED, the switch light, and ultrasonic ranging, and then this one here. Communication between the RP2040 and the RA08H. And this is like setup code, and then you can open the serial monitor and send AT commands to the 08H. And the monitor can display, after sending the command, if the monitor can display the returned, proves you can send commands through the Arduino IDE to control the RA08H module. Okay, and then transparent transmission application. Connect the leads. It's more firmware burning. That's going to be in a more advanced next week's show. Well, okay. No joy on that. All right, what's the module for one of the sensors you got? What's the module number?
Oh, I don't know if my little eyes can see that. So I guess the easiest one would be the humidity sensor.
Is that the DHT11 module? The standard Raspberry Pi one?
No, Crowtail temperature and humidity sensor version 2.0.
Bingo. All right, let's see. Let's share this tab. That's this guy here, which is the DHT11 on a board with a pigtail. Okay. That's the same module. That hardware is exactly the same. Interesting. Temperature and humidity sensor program. So you need to download this file here, Steve. I can send you the zip in Discord if you want.
Sure.
Okay. Smoking
Well,
Ape
that's
is
working on playing with serial monitor stuff.
The Smoking Ape is bothering me right now too. Because that's how he rolls. All right, buddy, it's in our DM.
Okay. Okay, let's try this. If we go back to my screen, I'm going to play with the serial monitor thing since I was doing that while you were doing that thing. And it says, after the program is successfully uploaded, open the serial monitor and send the command AT plus CGSN question mark.
That is not what we're doing.
Yeah, I know. I'm one step sideways from where you were going.
Okay.
And it should return something. After sending the command, if the monitor can display the value returned by different firmware is different? Of course it is. It proves that you can send AT commands through the IDE to control the module.
Yeah, but there's
so
some setup. You missed some of the setup.
Which setup did I miss? Because I'm doing something different than what you were talking about. Because I was wasting time.
Yeah, I know. This is what you're trying to do right here. And you need to run this first. And once you run this code, then you can do what you're trying to do.
So that code that you're talking about, where did it go? Is right there on my screen. See?
Okay. So execute. Did you do it already?
I did that already. And then I typed in the AT command and I got an error. Let me go back to.
Do you potentially need to restart the IDE? Not like their instructions aren't spot on. You need to potentially restart the IDE or the computer for the module to pick up itself?
For some unknown reason, you have to tell it twice.
Okay.
Sure.
Or you
so
made
if you
a
look
typo.
at my screen, I got back this serial number. I could have made a typo, yeah. It's totally my fault. So it's working.
Only potentially.
So now we can do the temperature sensor thing that you were talking about, if we can do it in 5 minutes.
I sent you the zip file with the code.
Let's see. Let's download that. Continue to download.
And Chris
it's
Bricker was
me.
asking if we have libraries installed for those sensors. Are they
That's
not?
what we're doing right now.
Yeah, I think that's probably part of the code. I don't know. I was thinking some of that stuff was factory.
Let's get back over there. And I'm going to copy that file. Really? All right, that file is now copied over there. Let's go back to that machine. And there it is.
You are having typing issues tonight, yeah. Yep.
So there's the INO file. I'm going to clean up some of this mess. Clean that up. Clean that up. Get rid of the blink code. And then let's do file, open. The file needs to be inside a sketch folder. Create this. Yeah, sure. I love how it's like, I can do this for you. Want me to do it? Yes, yes, I do. And then we just upload it.
Yep. Unless we need a library, which we do.
Oh,
so go back to your manager thing. You're going to have to load some libraries. Chris was right. I've done this. It's been like 3 years since I screwed with Arduino stuff, so I've forgotten everything. Manage libraries. You were there. Tools.
Tools, manage libraries, and we need the DHT library.
Yep.
It's the only one that's included. I think it's doing something. Can we do it in 3 minutes or less? It's still doing something. Yeah, Grayman Poda is absolutely correct. This explains why kids don't want to learn how to code, because the instructions on how to code are not
right.
Accurate.
They're written by programmers.
Well, no, so far they're like missing 90% of the steps.
There you go.
No, nowhere did it say add the library. Like, all of us together are smart enough to make this happen. But if you
thank you, Chris, because I certainly forgot all this. I thought some of those files were included with the basic install. I have a really good Arduino set up on my computer out in my shop, but that's the last time and the last place I've messed with it was out there, and it's been years, several.
And Don says because real
Chris,
programmers
you
just
can ask
know.
ChatGPT. That's an excellent point.
ChatGPT,
write me a.
Well, how do you ask ChatGPT a question that you don't know how to ask in the first place?
Give me temperature sensor code for an Arduino.
Which still wouldn't tell you the library, would it?
You could probably ask it what the library is required for a DHT11 sensor.
This thing is pegged.
Man.
This thing is super pegged. DHT. And this is funny because what this is doing right now is it's scanning a local database.
I see you, Don.
And it shouldn't, like I did this on my, 8088 machine, no problem. It's still scanning the local database.
Sweet Christmas.
There it is.
Still hasn't shown you the DH. Oh, there it is. Okay. There you go.
Yeah, which one of these three
That
so
one
far?
right there. The
that
DHC.
one right. Thanks, Jim.
The one I thought you had highlighted, the one that is highlighted, or it looked highlighted from here.
No, they're every other color. So it's gray, white, gray, white, gray, white.
Okay.
I have DHT sensor library. I have DHT temperature and humidity sensor, which seems to be a copy. And then for ESPX, non-blocking, we'll just go with the basic one.
Yeah.
And we'll grab the latest version. I hope
Yep.
it's not going to complain.
That's the Adafruit one, so that's most potentially the right one. Yep.
Yeah, I'm going to install that and all of its dependencies.
Look how fast that's going. It took you 5 minutes to find it.
Okay, I think it's done. Let's try and upload it again. And then does it say which port to plug this thing into? Because we found out last time, 2 times ago, that the ports are different.
No, it doesn't say. I sent you everything I have on this temperature humidity dingus.
All right, so it's wrote the code. Okay.
All right, so it should be running, and you should have an output window you can turn on.
Right.
It's one of your commands up there on the menu. Click the menu.
You do realize that no instructions have said to plug the sensor in.
I realize that, but QED, if we're going to sense, we need a sensor.
Right.
Which one to plug it into, I have no idea. You need to probably look at the code, and then we can deduce the ports from that. Because it'll have named the port something clever, I'm sure, and we can figure out which port that actually is. Not the library code, the temperature code.
Well, so there's analog ports, there's digital ports, there's I2C ports, there's a UART port.
I'm going to guess analog.
Yeah, that'd be my guess too. I'm going to plug it into the analog port. Ta-da! It's now plugged in.
All right, pull up your temperature code, your sensor code.
This is it.
Is that it? That's it right there?
Mm-hmm.
Connect pin 3, yada, yada, yada. Serial.
Failed to read from DHT.
Yeah.
But that's because we didn't have the sensor plugged in.
Scoots that out of the way. Yeah, just try reloading it. Can you scroll down on the code?
I can.
I would have thought somewhere in there
the
it
bottom
would
of the
show
code.
us.
Oh, and then it bricked.
Yeah.
DHT pin 2, what pin we're connected to, and DHT type is type 11.
Well, is it trying to write to ACM0, which is where you're at, right?
Mm-hmm.
You're talking to the processor on ACM0. Yeah, that's going to be a fail. So your code needs to change the serial port, and I'm reading this trying to guess from the code. Can you scroll back up? Uncomment the type you're using.
Yeah, so it's already uncommented.
Define what pin we're connected to.
That's right there.
So, yeah, I don't know what that's going to be. Because that's what you'd use for an Uno, for example, or a Arduino, but that board has a port for it, so I'm not entirely sure.
Okay, that's plugged in. We're going to reset this thing. And then we'll go back into the IDE, and we'll open up the file again.
Chris said plug it in I2C. I don't know.
We'll get there.
Chris said we ought to be able to look the header file to figure out what port for that DHT header file, but I'm going to have to take a pause here.
Yeah, this is my last attempt for this, so we're gonna shut her down. And appreciate the April Fool's hilarity that ensued at the beginning of the show. Thank you very much to the Clubhouse boys. Stay tuned for Clubhouse Tuesday nights at 7 p.m. Central tomorrow. And
excuse me.
Congratulations to our winners. Congratulations to Tyler, who is no longer No Call Tyler.
That's right. He's just AT Tyler now.
Yes.
Andy, did he take the tech and the general, or just tech? Did he go all the way and slam through his extra?
I think he was only studying for tech.
I think so too, but I can't remember. Yeah, Chris said most temperature sensors use the I2C bus.
And then there is a playlist of all kinds of hooligans doing ham radio nonsense. Wait, nope, that's Hayden's Sunday show. Sorry. Didn't mean to have a trademark violation. Tomorrow, before the Clubhouse stream comes out.
And yes, Don, that too.
All right, Jim, you can hit the button whenever you are ready.
Andy bailed on us. All right, kids. Thank you all for watching. It was great. See yous.